Hello traders, welcome to today's video. It is Monday the 18th of December. This is your Bitcoin update. So we start off the week with a little bit of downside here. There is a particular trade I'm looking at that might actually happen during this video, but we will wait and see. Overall, yeah, I've had, since last week, the bounce that we had back into our golden pocket here being of more of a bearish bias until we get a decent backtest and a decent kind of reaccumulation. So very much just being neutral slash bearish. When we had the ledger flash crashy thingy last week and we failed to make a new high after that, at that point that's when I went flat on any long exposure that I had. I had a couple of shorts that I was just still running, and for now that still looks to be probably the main bias that I have on the charts right now. Now, if we are looking at scalp trades, I just want to cover this quickly in case this happens during the video or just after I upload it so you guys can see, is that internal levels have been playing out really well recently. So I am actually looking at a potential bounce if we do come and take out this internal pivot low. You can see that we had kind of like a little triple bottom there without coming down and breaking the main kind of pivot that we have on this chart. Now, the reason for that is just internal levels have been working really well. We're looking at like consolidation, contraction of price action, contraction of price action, and that would basically back up that whole idea. So if we are to take out this low and we see some kind of trap shorts down there, then I do think that that could get us a rise back up. These previous week levels, by the way, are no longer like previous week levels. They're the ones from the week before. But I just wanted to show you on the chart how they are still relevant. Okay, we had that move down yesterday, took out a low, came back into that previous week EQ. And then if this does continue lower, remember we have that previous week open and previous week low that is down here at 39,978 down to 39,950 is where that low is basically. So if this does not get this kind of bounce here, I'm not expecting a lot, but I'm thinking something like this, and then we can come back down and take out these lows later on today, or well, over the course of the next week. Overall, yeah, still expecting a little bit more downside, and then we'll see how the reactions go from these levels. And if we start to zoom out again, then I do have still some lower targets even than that in place. So we have some nice confluence down here. The monthly open is at our 618. It is also the value area high of this entire move. And if we are to add an anchored VWAP onto the beginning of this, then you can see our anchored VWAP is coming into that zone as well here. And this is pretty much the same across a lot of exchanges. What we can also see if we go to the one where our main trend lines are, is that once again we can see that we've got this big low volume area, and then it's around about that $38,000 mark that is giving us the major support that we need to hold. We knew that time would likely be a factor with these steeper parabolic moves, but realistically it's this like kind of fan that we have here that's expanding out that just needs to hold, otherwise it starts to look like a macro reversal at that stage. Now, if I can stay on this chart. And the other thing that we have done over the past, are we going to get this moved down? Over the past couple of days or so, is we've lost for the first time this daily 21 EMA, which is actually now starting to roll like over down, and this will be the first time that has happened since since we got this initial like big break in October. So the first time in a couple of months really where we've had any real loss of momentum that is now going to cause pressure to the downside. The 21 EMA is a really good just barometer for health of an entire trend. You can see that we've tested it 3 times here, where we were making those new highs. We came up, we expanded above, and now we're probably looking at this starting to flush through move back down towards that 50 daily EMA down here, which is also giving us confluence around that 38 to 38,800 area. And ooh, this is looking like we're just gonna get a move. um, and then I do still believe that we can bounce off of this and still go for highs towards the end of the year here. So this will clear all of the longs, all of the over leveraged people that are still in the market. And yeah, give us hopefully what we would like to see, move down, and then a nice rally as we go into Christmas and the close of the year, which gives us this narrative of can it close around the yearly or the previous year highs. It just seems like a very straightforward conclusion to make from what we're seeing on the charts right now. Further confluence that we have around there. Okay, if we just go for our 1-to-1, all right, you can see that's coming in around about that 39, but you can still see that that gives us more downside that we are essentially looking at. And this would just be a ABCD kind of corrective move, back testing previous resistance as support, and then looking for higher prices. What we also have here, if we're looking at total market cap, as we can see, if we just zoom out on this, there's a bit of a gap here. Okay, a bit of a gap that has emerged, and this is because of the whole crazy alt run and everything that we've had recently. But if once again, if you're taking this anchored view up from the beginning of this move, this kind of grinding move up after that initial impulse, then we have that confluence down there at $1.4 trillion, which I would expect to get tested. Very similar situation on Ethereum, okay, where we're still within this area of support. However, yeah, looking like this could go a little bit lower. We're still just clinging onto it. You'd want to see the ETH BTC pair getting a bit of strength here if this is going to get a bounce, but at the moment doesn't look likely that that is particularly going to happen. I'm going to place an alert here, because if we do take that low, then that is a trade that I am considering to take. And I will try and just finish off this video before it happens so that anyone who's watching this can see it. Like I said previously, I don't think this is going to be a reversal point, but I think it will be enough for a bounce, and then we still look for lower later on. Okay, so I'm still looking for a bounce off of this internal low. All right, so potential for scalps. Can take a little scalp long here that could take you back up. And we come down, take out those the week before last previous open thing. Okay, it's a weekly level, and then still looking for that continuation. So just trending down until we see any change of market structure here overall, and remain out of long exposure and looking for a decent little dip corrective move here before we get that last little rally towards the end of the year. Now, this alert is probably going to go off as soon as I just switch over onto this. CVD, aggregated CVD, has just continuing to be dropping. People exiting the market, taking profits. Funding relatively neutral, okay, across the board. Open interest extremely flat, nothing really going on here. And liquidations, this kind of backs up the idea of taking out this internal loan. You got a nice cluster of liquidations there where we could maybe go up to test some local highs before getting a drop lower later on. Yep, this alert is about to go off. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to see if I can take a trade here if we do take this low. And let's see what the outcome is once this is uploaded. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video update very soon. Cheers, bye bye.